Hello and welcome to our lesson today on map skills and landforms. This is lesson 2 of our unit 1. Our learning objective for this unit will be that students will demonstrate the ability to distinguish between various types of maps, identify different landforms, and effectively utilize map keys to interpret geographical information. Make sure you have your guided notes as we go through this, as you will be filling in your blanks. So we have 3 different types of maps that we will be talking about. Political maps show the boundaries of countries, states, or other political divisions. So we have, near us, we have the political division. We have Texas, and then we have Louisiana next door. When we look at a map, that line that goes between them, that is a border. And we would see that on a political map. On physical maps, these show the physical features of an area. So the landforms such as mountains, rivers, lakes, and oceans. Then we have thematic maps. They show a specific theme or topic, such as population density, climate, or natural resources. So let's go ahead and look at our first type of map. We're going to start with physical maps. One of the most important things to look at when we start looking at a physical map is this elevation key down here at the bottom. This elevation key shows us how flat something is or how high something is. So when we're looking at this physical map, blue up here, that is going to denote water. So these are lakes. Over here we have another lake. And then if you look through the middle of the map, you'll see some tiny blue lines. Those are rivers. While you're also looking at this map, you notice that it is very colorful. This light green will denote a plains. And as the green gets into this other shade, it gets a little higher in elevation. Now over here with our Rocky Mountains, we can note that there's brown. Our brown is going to denote that there is mountains. It does not mean desert. It means mountains, plateaus, or higher elevations. So that is our physical map. So when we're looking at these, we are looking for physical features. We are looking for landforms. We are looking for peninsulas. We're looking for islands. We're looking for mountains. We're looking for plateaus. We're looking for rivers. Those are the things we can find with a physical map. Our next map is a political map. A political map is just going to show us the boundaries. So as I said before, we have a boundary between Texas and Louisiana right here. Whoops. That is our border. Between Texas and Mexico, we have a border. Between Canada and the United States, we have a border. My drawing is not going to be good on a computer screen. Next we have our thematic maps. These are special maps. So our first one we're looking at is a climate map. When looking at a climate map, we need to look down here at the bottom to find out what the colors mean. This is a map key. This map key shows us that this light blue is humid continental. That means they have a warm summer. Up here, where it's darker blue, that's humid continental as well, but they have a cool summer. So they are humid, they are moist, but they are cold or cool. No, down here in Texas where we live, we are humid, subtropical. That means that we have rain, it's wet, and it's warm. Over here where we have our mountains, it's more dry. And then as we get over to the coast, we get a little bit more Mediterranean and marine, which means that they have more rain over here. So a climate map is going to show us the temperature, the precipitation, or rain. Sometimes it'll show us wind patterns or other weather-related information. Our next map is another special map. It is a natural resource map. Important thing on this one is to look over here. It's kind of cut off. But on every natural resource map, there will be a key. Even though we can't see what this symbol is for fish, I'm going to go ahead and assume it was this one. So we know this is fish. So if I was to ask a question about if I lived in the United States and I was a fisherman, where would I need to live? And based off that question, I could say, oh, I need to live on the West Coast or the East Coast or the Gulf Coast. Now, if I said I am an oil worker, which state would be best for me to live in? I can look for this little symbol right here, and I can tell that Texas has the most. So Texas would be a good place for oil. If I was to say which area of Texas, north, east, south, or west, do I need to live in for coal, I would see over here we have a lot of coal. So that is how we read a natural resource map. It just shows us the resources in an area, and it tells us about the economy. All right, our next map is going to be a population density map. With this map, it is important that we find the key right here. Normally the key will be at the bottom and it won't cover up half the map, but today it's right here. And it's going to tell us how many people per square kilometer. So if there are 0 to 5 per square kilometer, that means there's not a lot of people. So it would be rural. If it has 100 to 30,000, hold on. We're going to assume that's 100,000 to 30 million. That would be more urban. These keys will be better when on your assignments, and they will be out of the way so that you can see the full map. For this one, I had to move it up, otherwise it would be off the map. So looking at this, I would say all of this white area, that's countryside, that's farmland. There's not a lot of people over there. Now, if I was looking for the most populated place in the United States, I would probably say it's down here in Florida. Up here near New England, those have the most population. If you look down here where Texas is, you see Houston, it is very populated. However, if we were wanting to go towards, say, El Paso, we would have less population. So that is how you read a population density map. All right, so what we're going to do now is you're going to go complete your practice assignment. When you're feeling confident, please feel free to come talk to me about taking your mastery check. Remember that those mastery checks need to be completed to be on pace. Go ahead and stop the video. If you need to rewatch it to complete your notes, feel free. And go ahead and start that practice assignment. Thank you.